Hello, how you doing? My name is Kevin Payne, a.k.a. Aureo Campaign, a.k.a. Cam Payne, a.k.a. The Urban Griot, a.k.a. The Truth in the Booth. And I had these many names because I wore many hats in my life. I'm really not new to living life. I mean, I'm new to the poetry scene. And I kept poetry close to my heart because when I was a young man, you couldn't express yourself in such a way that you could write cute poetry. That would get you a wedgie. It'd probably be back here on the back of your neck somewhere, you know what I mean? Or if you was too tender or kind in that way, man, they would take your lunch money every day and it wouldn't be just one. It'd be a whole mall. You don't need that. Give me that milk money, boy. So, anyway, I kept poetry close to my heart, and I didn't want to share that part of myself. And maybe I didn't even know I even had that self. I don't think conscious awareness could be captured. You can just get started on it. But I did as best as I understand. I did well in school, so much so that they said the work's not challenging. So I've been given some gifts in life, and really words is one of them. And what I want to do with those words is really a beautiful thing, because I couldn't be here today without the love of God. And that's who resurrected me from the prison house. In 1999, I had a officer-involved shooting, and just to be honest, I was whacked out of my mind. Just wasn't going to stop that day. And it's really not that uncommon an occurrence. Really what you see in the world today is you can just go back 10 years, you can go back 20 years, you can go back 30 years. It doesn't matter how far you go back. Our young black men have been perishing, and it's unnatural and it's an ungodly trend. And what I want to do is try to help turn the tide back. And all throughout my community, I got just scatters and tatters of association, brother and friend from the past. Largely for the most part, they are all deceased. It was one thing or another. It was, unexpected heart attack, and it was accident, and it was gun violence, and I became an activist. I found something that was greater than me that I could attach and adhere to and to give my life meaning. I don't know if anybody could identify, but when it comes to feelings, I am short on feelings. It's primarily, touch and go through the hard, dusty road that I found in my life. But I learned that it's okay to come from a non-traditional route. It's okay to come from the hard, dusty road. And that's kind of what my poetry is about. I've got some profound truths that I learned from one of those things is living in pain, how to deal with pain. Because, see, my government name is Kevin Payne. That's my neighborhood name. My street name, the people always call me Big Payne. Forecast out the womb, it was an elephant in the room. The trunk was pointing to gloom. It was pain. Man, the ways I was living, it was billowing. Man, dope smoke up at the ceiling from the pain. See, my life came with descriptions. I had to take the power back. I found out on the script, pain. Man, it's a crazy sensation. It's got us crazy going all over the nation. Just the pain. Man, the things we've been through. Knife fights, gun fights with the ones and the twos. Man, it's just pain. I woke up chained to the hospital bed. I said, what the, man, who put these knots on my head? Man, it was pain. See, so anyway, I found out that I lived my whole life to this premise, to this end, that I could get this understanding. The problem we have in America, it can't be solved any other way than to face it and embrace it. The same as you face and embrace your pain. I went to the University of Tennessee Dental College, and they destroyed my mouth. They cut it with a drill. They sold my jaw to my gum. I'm forever changed. I can never go back. Nor I even tried plastic surgery. I would never let anybody get on this house and face what's left of it anyway. But I would, lay in my bed when that pain was on there, just radiating through my whole face, and I hit the other side just to make it come clean, so that if it's gonna smart, let it smart real good. And if there's gonna be some pain, let's get a good understanding about it early, so you're not running away. So one of the things that again, we see in the culture, people running away from pain. What are they running to? From pain to what? Pleasure. And then what? Pleasure does what to them? It make them a slave. And so just little profound truths like that. And that's what I'm encapsulating in my work. And that's the new direction that I'm going. It is a new direction. And the direction is love. And I'm not the love doctor, but I am the love ambassador. I'm just here to tell you the grace and mercy and love and kindness that God showed me. Basically, I was a person straying. Even after I got out of prison, I just never got myself in any trouble. But I still never came to the right. I was a jet setter all over the country, and trying to show out with clothes and cars and people who was fancy. But I got a rude awakening, and basically, I was in Colorado, and I met a lady, and they prayed for me, and it just gave me a different mindset. Now, it's 2 years since then, and I struggled even since then. But it was just a different pathway. Man, I just sat down, I took my time, I focused in, I got the word of God in me. And then I went back into life, refreshed and revived, ready to deal with the struggles and the challenges, the depression, the anxiety, and what have you. Basically, it's economic exploitation is about the closest thing I could liken it to, economic castration. Of course, we know imprisonment and early death. We all know about that. These are all things that come with being a black man. But when you're a black man, you don't have any money. That's a particular unique position. And everybody's going to tell you how less and how little of a man you are, of course. Because we've come to associate, providing with manhood. But when somebody's raping your pie, when a systematic exploitation is raping your pie, what you do is you get bitter, you get angry, you get resentful. You get situations like the man going down to the job in Indianapolis, and shooting the whole thing up, just like Colorado. See, hate is going to keep on doing what hate does, but love have to be greater, and love have to be larger. And that's why I often refer to love as the six-sided hexagonal Merkaba of love, which means that it can envelop and swallow anything else, any negative emotion. So anyway, I'm going to start to perform, and I'm going to do some of my pieces. And basically, I hope to share this gift with the world, and I expect you to take me around the world. And I hope I entertain you. And I want to draw some poets. I want to draw the best poets. See, I want to, I'm just interested in seeing, like, who has the meanest, baddest, coldest flow. I would just love to hear it. I just love poetry. I just love using words. One of the things that served me well in my life was being a young Mac man. Hey, I could get up in there. Hey, baby, how you doing? Yeah. So anyway, I seem like a good wordsmith would probably have that. And I know, coming to the poetry scene and meeting all of the people and seeing all the women, man, they are beautiful. And they are all intelligent, which makes them all that much more beautiful. And so far, 99% of the women I'm meeting, they are speaking life. Like, I really appreciate them going in that new direction. I will say this, I do use some cursing, and it's for dramatic effect, or it's for understanding, or it's for grabbing attention. Because basically, I understand I'm taking a person on a ride, and I want to shake them off. I don't want to know which way I'm going, what's coming. But basically, I know that this is the generation that will make a preacher cuss. So we're going to get their attention, hopefully God willing. So this first piece is called Love Wins. And basically, the setup for this is that two men had a case of one-upsmanship, and the other was always sabotaging his work. So he got him a big gas engine chainsaw. He cut one of his trees, and out of that one tree, he yielded 100,000 matches. He gave one of the boxes to his neighbor next door. And the neighbor next door, when he went in and went to sleep, took the box of matches, went and lit one match, and he burned 100,000 trees. So you can be growing linear, or you could be growing exponential. Fire is exponential. That old gas engine is going to always be putting. It's going to let you down. So something's greater. So it goes like this. From my first existence, before I was born, while I was just swimming around in my father's loins. There were millions more like me with hope as a seed, to be first in the egg in the womb to conceive. Through mother's body process in the womb, I was blessed. I survived at birth to face many more tests. It was dog eat dog. How did the puppy survive? With a figure to live, stay alive and thrive. I grew up a wealth of potential, but an underachiever, ambitious with a smile, a true hopeless believer. But I feel so many times I got hard to believe. They called me the good egg that met the bad seed. Met love, made love, under the maze of the stars. To more than a few, choosing was always hard. I live a paradox life. It's like the tears of a clown. I build beautiful bridges up, then I tear them all down. And I'm suicidal tendency on a bottle of pills. And don't say that I won't, cause damn it, I will. Head in my hand, heap of sobs I cried. Hurricane force winds churning wildly inside, and the never-ending reel of chances just played again and again. All the coulda beens and the shoulda beens. I guess one could say that I've had many trials. I've hit many brick walls. I walked a lonely mile, and the things I faced have kind of made me bitter. It's like my life been a shitter full of drugs and liquor. The ugly pup nobody ever wanted out the litter, but full of drive and vigor. The more bitter go-getter. One day I heard a voice speak. It didn't come from far. It came from deep inside. It said I couldn't have feel unless I feel to try. So I took that closet sketch and just won't leave me alone. And I let that be the force that propel me on. And all the things I never had, like that teal blue jag and the lover that left me when I started shooting bad. Got kicked out the service when I lost my job. And every negative factor that ever left me scarred. The more bitter is a vigor to go get her, to get richer, to leave a print on this world. I got a lowball splitter. So nobody could ever say Kevin Payne was a quitter. Full of drive and vigor, the more bitter go-getter. But I didn't stay bitter. No, baby, I got better. I got so much better. I got a letter from heaven. It read, add, download, amend. 2 words, love wins. Like that, like that, like that. So, love wins, of course. I mean, that's a gift from God. I mean, when you look at the situation in the world today, I mean, it's so cruel. I mean, I feel bad for the young children, man. They are dying at an astronomical rate. And I want to bring some of that dialogue into this little show right here. And I want some other soul speakers, you know, to come with their God bless, you know, best. And, man, rock the mic. And I really do believe from the airways we can change the situation. So let's see. We got some people in the crowd. Can I bring somebody on? Anybody want to teach me how to go live so we can get it popping? We'll read the comments. I see a little camera down here that looks like that might be how I go. Anybody want to come on? Somebody request to join or something. We're telling you flowers that just wave. Yeah, there we go. Contemplation and self-depreciation. Him all down. And I'm suicidal tendency on a bottle of pills. And don't say that I won't, cause damn it, I will. Head in my hand, heap of sobs I cried. Hurricane force winds churning wildly inside, and the never-ending reel of chances just played again and again. All the coulda beens and the shoulda beens. I guess one could say that I've had many trials. I've hit many brick walls. I walked a longest mile, and the things I faced have kind of made me bitter. It's like my life been a shitter full of drugs and liquor. The ugly pup nobody ever wanted out the litter, but full of drive and vigor. The more bitter go-getter. One day I heard a voice speak. It didn't come from far. It came from deep inside. Said I couldn't have feel unless I feel to try. So I took that closet sketch and just won't leave me alone. And I let that be the force that propel me on. And all the things I never had, like that teal blue jag and the lover that left me when I started shooting bad. Got kicked out the service when I lost my job. And every negative factor that ever left me scarred. The more bitter is a vigor to go get her, to get richer, to leave a print on this world. I got a lowball splitter. So nobody could ever say Kevin Payne was a quitter. Full of drive and vigor, the more bitter go-getter. But I didn't stay bitter. No, baby, I got better. I got so much better. I got a letter from heaven. It read, add, download, amend. 2 words, love wins. Like that, like that, like that. So, love wins, of course. I mean, that's a gift from God. I mean, when you look at the situation in the world today, I mean, it's so cruel. I mean, I feel bad for the young children, man. They are dying at an astronomical rate. And I want to bring some of that dialogue into this little show right here, and I want some other soul speakers, to come with their God bless, best, and man, rock the mic. And I really do believe from the airways we can change the situation.